Heyo everybody, Haku here with a review for Tensura or Tensei Shitara Slime Datta Ken, the OVAs and Tensura Nikki. I really enjoyed these, so I'll be honest with you, I already watched and reviewed part 1 of season 2 and I'm currently watching part 2 of season 2 right now. And when I watched season 1, I watched the, sort of OVA recap kind of thing with Ifrit and Veldora, and I watched the one with Diablo and everything, so I was like, oh, I don't need to watch the OVAs, I've already watched the OVAs. Turns out there were 5 OVAs that I just totally didn't watch, so I have watched them now. That is what the review's about. Also Tensura Nikki, which is a slice of life spin-off, absolutely incredible. I need more anime like Tensura Nikki. I need a Tensura Nikki season 2. I loved it so much. They're both done by 8-Bit Studio, both based on the sort of manga light novel. I guess really originally light novel, but I think there's also, Tensura Nikki specifically, I think is a manga. I'm not 100% sure. Wow, I really should have researched that, I guess. But I'm pretty sure it's a manga, because I did at least look at it. But yeah, I absolutely enjoyed these, and it's kind of weird that they're by the same studio, so the 5 OVAs, of course, continue on from Season 1 and follow the Season 1 art style and everything, but while Tensura Nikki is, like, gorgeous, it looks very good, the character designs are a bit different, the art style slightly different. It's like, it's so weird, it's done by the same studio. Why is there that difference? It's kind of a weird difference, but it is, again, very good. The animation is surprisingly incredible. The music's very good too. I usually, do the production talk a little bit later in the video, but yeah, the music was really good, and I was just shocked. I'm like, okay, we're going to a slice of life or whatever. They're gonna kind of ease off on the animation and, maybe save some other time on that for the main series. No, I'd argue that this generally looks better than the main series. It was really well animated when it comes to Tensura Nikki, and also the OVAs. So the first 2 OVAs are kind of just, slice of life stuff. There's a lot of ecchi and fan service in there, which isn't really in the main series. So I think the main light novel has like a kid-friendly version. Am I wrong about that? Because like when I try to look at images for characters and stuff, there's always like, oh, main series and then like kids version or something, and I'm like, is there a version that's like kid friendly? What does that mean? But I think that, having a bit more ecchi, a bit more fan service kind of fits Tensura, and I think that the main series could honestly, for me personally, do with more of it. I just think it fits the series well. It adds a little bit of extra seasoning, a little bit of extra spice that I think maybe would improve the series even more. I think these 2 OVAs were very good. But then we have 3 OVAs that are kind of the stuff following Rimuru and his class between Season 1 and Season 2, which explains where we are at the beginning of Season 2 with that a little bit better. And they were okay. They were just okay to me. Now, I will say that the stuff with the reincarnated children, I know it's all important and everything, but that stuff at the end of Season 1, a lot of other people have said it. I don't think it's as terrible as other people really talk about it. But I am going to say the stuff with the kids and the school, not really my favorite bits of Tensura. I don't think it's the best. I don't think it's super duper great. So, me personally, these 3 episodes were just kind of okay. I think the slice of life fanservice-y stuff was just better, a lot better, personally. And as far as Tensura Nikki goes, I've said before with the production and everything, it's incredible. I need more canon slice of life spin-offs for like every big anime. I really do. This was amazing. I crave more anime like this. Just having the characters that we enjoy in the main series, just seeing their day-to-day lives, and it works so well with Tensura because we get to see the day-to-day build-up of like Rimuru City and everything, but also in addition to seeing the sort of build-up for that, one thing that I think is very important is in the main series, there's a lot of times where we see the characters and they're kind of like abridged. The characters are abridged. We just see a bit here and there when they're doing actiony stuff, and it's not like we get a ton of deep development. So being able to see characters like Geld here, Geld's one I hear a lot of people talk about, like really gets a lot more depth here in Tensura Nikki. But also the big one for me was Trainee. Trainee was so good in this, and I ended up liking her character, who is kind of just around most of the time in the main series. I liked her so much here. She was so good here. And then beyond them, the relationships between like Soe and Soka was so fun to see. I think especially Benimaru and Shuna benefited from it a lot, because they're characters that again have just this kind of niche little role that they slot into in the main series, and we get to see development through action and hanging around with Rimuru, and not too much outside of that, a little here and there that's fun, but seeing like the daily lives and everything just adds so much more depth to the characters. I love it so much, and I think, again, other anime could really benefit from that. Just having the main story with the action and everything, but then having a slice of life spinoff where you see their daily lives, I feel like, and that can add so much to their character, especially when you see the sort of more relatable day-to-day struggles. Like they're, you know, if you watch Slice of Life, animes, there are plenty of sort of conflicts that the average person just comes into in their everyday life. So seeing those kinds of conflicts explored with the character, more like real grounded types of conflicts, in addition to the big defeating evil kind of conflicts, I think would help any anime. I just think that this was incredible. And since I already spoke a bit about the production quality, I guess all there's left to mention is the opening and ending for Tensura Nikki, because the OVAs just use it from season 1, I think. The opening was great. The endings were good. There are two endings they kind of go back and forth on. The two endings I think are very good. The sort of more chill, somber-ish one is the one that I personally prefer, but I think both are really good. The opening was great, though. The opening's amazing. And as far as character, waifu, relationship, something I always do, favorite character for this, I would say, is Trainee. I think that Trainee, to me, stood out the most, showed so much personality here, and I think it adds so much to her character. All of them were done well, but I think Trainee's the one that really sticks out most to me personally. Waifu, you know, Haruna, best girl. I freaking love Haruna. She kind of gets shafted. She's just really shoved in the background for pretty much the entire series, but I really, really, really love Haruna. But of course, season 1, part 1, I said Haruna was best girl, which means part 2, who did I choose? Ramirez? That means I can't choose Ramirez for season 2, part 2. Like, if I have to choose somebody different each time, I can't choose Haruna anymore. I can't choose Ramirez anymore. Part 1 of season 2, did I say... Who did I say? Maybe I said Shuna? I doubt I said Milim yet. For this, if not Haruna, I'm going to say Ririna, because she's pretty much never in the main series. She gets more focus here. And, yeah, you know, going from Haruna to Ririna, it might seem like I have a bit of a type there. I might be developing a bit of a type here. As far as relationships go, I mentioned that seeing more of Shuna and Benimaru interacting is good, because we barely see them interact in the main series. But definitely the best, most well-developed relationship to me personally here was Soe and Soka. Soe and Soka was really good here. So that's what I would say is my personal favorite, but I do believe that's it. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed hearing my thoughts, hearing me ramble about this. Like I said, I'm watching season 2, part 2 right now, so I'll do a review of that as soon as I'm done with it. Then I've got the movie to watch, so I'll do a review on that. Eventually I'll get to season 3 and the Coliseum thing, which I think is its own maybe spin-off. I'm not sure. There might be more, but I'll be reviewing more slime stuff. I reviewed season 1 like episode to episode, and honestly at the time, by the time I got done with it, I didn't really enjoy reviewing it episode to episode, even though I really liked the anime itself. I just didn't enjoy the process of reviewing it episode by episode. But, you know, marathoning it, like I've really been marathoning season 2, part 2. I've really enjoyed it a lot. I really respect... I need to hold off on talking about it until I get done watching it, and then I can review that. But yeah, I've enjoyed reviewing things this way, getting to marathon things and then review them. But yeah, either way, if you did like the video, comment down there, tell me what you thought of this, what you thought of my thoughts on it, anything like that. Subscribe if you want to. We can talk down below in the comments or on Twitter or on the Discord server if you want. It's free and open for anyone. If you want to help support the channel by sharing or dropping a super thanks, it's very much appreciated. But if you want to help support the channel by hitting join down below to become a member, going to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. You can become a member or patron and get your name at the end of videos and get One Piece videos a bit early. So thank you to people who are already members and patrons. Thank you to chosen regulars Evan Hawley and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls, FR Nono, JA and the D-Band, Jaredon Students, David Langstaff and Volded Ghoul, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements, Fateh Dial, and Elsa the Storyteller. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.